Next up on copycat.com, I'm going to show you how to make Chinese spare ribs takeout style. All right, we are going to start making our takeout style Chinese spare ribs. These are so fantastic. And you know what? When you make them homemade, you can make as many as you like. So you're not fighting over the two that they send in the box. You have a few ingredients in here and a couple you may need to buy. So I am first going to start off with some rice cooking wine. I just bought this in my Asian section of the store. Soy sauce you probably have. We're going to use a little bit of sesame oil. This really adds a nice depth of flavor. Hoisin sauce is very common, and again, it's in most Asian sections of the grocery store, so no problem there. We're going to use a little bit of Chinese 5-spice powder. This goes really well on roasted vegetables such as parsnips, so you can get a lot of use out of this. We're going to use some honey, some ketchup, and lots of chopped garlic. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and make the marinade. So please be sure to go to my blog at copycat.com for all of the exact measurements. So let's go ahead and get started. So we're gonna need just 1 tablespoon of this hoisin sauce. And the smells so incredible. It's got a really nice flavor to it. I know once you buy some of this, you'll be able to make lots of other recipes with this. We're gonna stick in about a teaspoon of sesame oil. You don't want to overdo the sesame oil. It has a really strong flavor. Sometimes when I'm doing green beans, I'll put a little bit of this in there. We're going to put a couple of tablespoons of soy sauce in. We're also going to put a couple tablespoons of the rice cooking wine. Now, if you don't have that, seasoned white wine vinegar could also substitute. I like this a little bit better. Or you could even use some dried sherry. We're gonna stick in some of the 5-spice powder. We're gonna stick in about a ½ teaspoon of this. This is where all the flavor comes from. It's got cinnamon in there, star anise, and all kinds of other good stuff. We're also gonna add our garlic. We're gonna put in our honey. And our ketchup. We're just gonna stir this up, and then we're gonna put our ribs in, and then we're gonna go ahead and marinate the ribs. All right, so these are gonna marinate for about an hour or two. So I am gonna go ahead and stick these in a Ziploc bag. I'm gonna pour the sauce into the bag, and we're gonna put this in the refrigerator. Now, if you like, you can reserve part of the sauce to dip in the spare ribs later, or you can just put it all in, your choice. I'm just gonna put it all in. All right, and now we're just gonna stick these in the refrigerator. All right, so I just happen to have another bag that I've already marinated, and we're gonna use these. So we're gonna use a cookie sheet, and I'm gonna use a wire rack on it. And you also need to line this baking sheet with either parchment paper like I have here or aluminum foil. If you don't, you are gonna have a mess to clean up. So don't make it hard on yourself. Go ahead and line the baking sheet with something here. All right, and we're going to put on our ribs. And then we're gonna bake these at about 350 degrees. Go to my blog for the cooking time. They'll be all nice and brown, so we'll stick these in the oven. So your next question may be, what do you do with this marinade? You need to throw it out. It has raw meat in it, and it's just gonna make everyone sick if you try to use it later. So we're gonna toss this, put these in the oven, and we're gonna come back when these are all nice and browned. All right, so these have just come out of the oven. They're still pretty warm, and oh my goodness, they look fantastic. The kitchen smells amazing. So if you enjoy these takeout style recipes or perhaps copycat recipes, please be sure to subscribe to this YouTube channel. Also be sure to check out my blog at copycat.com where you can see lots more recipes just like this. So we're gonna go ahead and give one of these a try. Now these aren't red like the takeout ones because, well, we don't have any food coloring in them. So these have a little bit more of a natural look. So we're gonna go ahead and try one. Oh my goodness, that's really good. It's sweet, it's got a little bit of spice from the Chinese 5-spice. These are really good. So I hope you give this recipe a try and stay tuned for more great recipes from copycat.com.